Thank you, Mr. President. Now we're back to the other programming today. So I rise today on a personal point of privilege to redirect us back to the tragedies of this weekend and the tragedies that have been happening in Minnesota. On my way to the Capitol this morning, I saw some signs just before you hit I-20. I don't know if y'all saw these folks. They had signs up that read, "Resist, call your legislators." And now people are active. So let me be clear about this. All the Trump administration is accomplishing right now is mobilizing voters. People are waking up to the erosion of our democracy. People are waking up to the fact that the Trump administration and Republicans have manufactured a crisis by demonizing immigrants to distract from the real problems that the Republican Party has failed to solve. People can't afford housing. Healthcare costs are rising. Families are feeling the pinch every time they go and get groceries. And instead of addressing any of that, the Trump administration has created a crisis, hired government-paid thugs, all under the facade of immigration enforcement. Republicans seem perfectly fine with unchecked ICE enforcement. Republicans seem fine with Americans feeling fear. Republicans want chaos. Republicans seem to be okay with terrorizing our citizens. We're seeing this in Minnesota, and I want Georgians to understand, don't think this can't happen in Georgia. ICE is right here in Georgia. And yet many Republicans remain silent about holding ICE accountable. What's especially troubling is some of my Republican colleagues are running for higher office. Governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, yet not one has spoken out about what is happening with ICE. ICE's unaccountability. No one's speaking out about the outrage of what is happening in Minnesota and what could possibly happen here in Georgia. And let me remind this chamber of something simple. Every single one of us came from somewhere, whether by choice or by force. If anyone needs a reminder of where you came from, go check your ancestry. We all came here from somewhere. And we used to be a nation that welcomed all. The Republican Party has become the party that excuses violence against U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. What happened in Minnesota was not caused by an immigrant. It was violence committed by a U.S. citizen or U.S. citizens against another U.S. citizen. And that's the truth. And we need to acknowledge that is wrong. Now Republicans refuse to commit to protecting our First Amendment rights. Somehow defending the right to protest has become too controversial for them. Trump himself has suggested that lawfully possessing a firearm justified the death of Alex Pretty. Let that sink in. Now Republicans are refusing to commit to protecting our First Amendment's right, to make an excuse for Donald Trump and his administration. We're in a state with permitless carry. And we're in a state where in the past, Republicans in this body have always defended that, and the NRA. You can't defend gun rights on one hand and justify the execution of a U.S. citizen on the other. The hypocrisy is unacceptable. Today, we're asking our colleagues to stand up for democracy and for the people of this state by supporting common sense legislation that protects the constitutional rights of U.S. citizens and Georgians. SB 389, requiring visible identification and no mask. SB 397, allowing legal action when constitutional rights are violated. SB 391, prohibiting entry into schools without a warrant. And SR 605, affirming the right to protest and the right to legally carry firearms. These are not partisan bills. These are bills to protect Georgians and protect our values and our rights.
Senator,
yes,
with all due respect, your time has elapsed.
Okay.
So I would ask you to please yield the well.
I will yield the well. Just understand that the pendulum is swinging and the Democrats are coming. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the well.